That's very funny. It's a memeable face.
But this whole thing is a distraction from Trump. I just don't want to let that drop. Right? This is an Epstein list distraction. Yeah, that's why he tweeted that thing.
Oh,
he's trying to act like Obama's the guy who should be in there. You guys should be talking about Obama's crimes. You guys should be talking about someone. You guys should talk about anything other than the fact that Donald Trump is on the Epstein list.
It's so crazy. Woody, we have it on good authority now that entire thing is made up. And
is it?
Totally op and not real.
Are we sure it's made up?
Well, we're 100% sure because he tweeted that it wasn't real and that he's certainly not implicated, nor are lots of powerful people in this sort of ring.
Well, it's no harm, no foul. Those Democrats misled us. Trump has led us to the truth. I don't see how the story goes forward from here, really.
The story won't go forward. It'll be people using it as political ammunition to be like, Trump won't release this. And then the second the Republicans lose in a devastating way in 2028, no one on the left is going to release it either.
If I were to,
because there's lots of implicated people, and then the right will pivot on a fucking dime and be like, "Why aren't you releasing this?" And it's just going to be a cudgel to bully people. There's too many powerful people implicated. We're never going to figure it out.
I think
and Trump's probably fucking on there, dude.
The wheels are moving a little bit, though. They interviewed Ghislaine Maxwell. Apparently she gave them some information. I think, like I said the other day, I think this will slowly it's too big a story. No one's letting it go. People are digging, and new stuff is being found. And then Trump can't keep his trap shut. He admitted that he fired or he broke off his friendship with Epstein because Epstein poached a 17-year-old girl from his spa at Mar-a-Lago, whose name he still knows. That was 2002 or something. How does Trump know her name? Just that alone. You know what I mean? He gets people confused occasionally. He doesn't always know everybody's name. He called the leader of Japan Mr. Japan.
Right? But
that's hilarious.
A 16-year-old spa worker at Mar-a-Lago, that one he knows. That name is burned into his mind, 20 years later, 25 years later?
Probably. Maybe that's a key name in what implicates him and now is forcing him to behave in the way he is.
He said he volunteered every scrap of that information, though. You know what I mean? He was like, actually, if you want to know why I broke off friendship with Jeffrey Epstein over 20 years ago, he was stealing people. And I was like, what do you mean stealing people? You know what I mean? It's like from your spa. Jeffrey Epstein, international billionaire extraordinaire, basically a James Bond villain, needed your 17-year-old spa girl so bad he poached her. For what? Does he have a spa? That I'm unaware of, because I thought he was a hedge fund manager.
I bet they had a
blackmailer
on the island.
Do you see the point, though? Why would he need to poach his? He has his pick of you would go to a service. You would want people. The whole story is wacky, and I feel like Trump volunteered all that information for no reason. If I'm his lawyer, I'm like, shut up. Shut up! And he's like, don't worry, I've got immunity. I can do whatever I want. And then they asked him, they're like, well, he does have immunity. He can do whatever he wants. Doesn't it also apply to Obama and all these made-up crimes you guys are talking about right now?
Presidential acts. Yeah.
And they're like,
you can't do anything you want in his private life.
They asked Trump. They asked Trump, and they're like, well, the Supreme Court ruled that any presidential acts are beyond the scope of the law. How does that impact your current investigation into former President Barack Obama? And they're like, well, it really shoots us in the foot. I'm going to tell you. It really hampers. he said something like that. It's like, yeah, not much we could do. It's just like, what's the point?
It's just a distraction. He's just pretending that Obama did something so that we don't talk about the fact that Trump children.
Didn't CBS just have to pay a ton of money for saying that?
I don't know, but
they would have won that case.
Yeah, we'll win our case, Taylor.
I don't know. We're gonna win. I think we're gonna get fucking owned in that case.
I want to be able to come. I want to be able to come back to the country. I want to be allowed back.
Trump allegedly raped children. Fine. Trump allegedly. That's why he's distracting everyone from.
Just cut me out of this shit and give it a rest. It's crazy how many people are just like, Epstein, Schmepstein, give it a rest. Who cares now? There's a lot of people that that's their take on it, and it's just the craziest.
Yeah,
it's unreal. And I hope Trump isn't implicated. I want Trump not to be that. I do, because I like some of the things Trump has done and said, and I like some of the things about him. He's for all of his flaws and faults and his awfulness, like there are things that I like. I can see little glimmers in there. I would like it if he weren't that. If he didn't do this.
But definitely they're not just hiding all this shit from us. Because you remember like 5 years ago when the entire idea of the island and the blackmail ring was like, a lot of people were like, oh, you're just a conspiratard. That's crazy. You think that powerful people collude behind closed doors to manipulate?
That's our new podcast name.
It's like
trademark that. The conspiratards.
The conspiratards? Yeah. And like, that was just 5 years ago that people were calling all of this conspiratory nonsense. And now it's like pretty much accepted. Like everyone knows this shit was happening. It's just a matter of who's implicated and to what extent. Like, I don't think that, what's his name?
Everyone knew that.
Stephen Hawking.
That crippled genius. Yes. I don't think he was, I think he may have been more of a mascot or something there because there's no way he was doing.
Now lick her. Lick her pussy.
Let me eat your pussy. Like maybe he was doing stuff like that, but I don't.
Did you guys hear the thing how this invalidates Stephen Hawking's time travel thesis?
No.
How?
All right. So Stephen Hawking held a party for time travelers. And then after the party, he invited them all. But no one came to the party. And therefore, if time travel was real, they would have gotten the invitation, gone back in time and attended the party. But now that it's out that Stephen Hawking is likely in the Epstein files, that's another valid reason why they might not have come to his party, because in the future, everybody knows this. So we don't know if time travel is real or not. They may have decided not to come to his party, not because time travel is fake, but instead because they don't want to go to a party with Stephen Hawking.
Oh,
that's funny. Yeah.
That's it. Maybe he was trying to get around the Epstein thing because he was inviting people to a party from a date where the girls were 18.
Yeah.
And then they came to the party.
High IQ shit.
What a ghoul that guy is. My mind's made up. Yeah. And what did he really ever contribute to science? Seriously, for real. Anything?
Yeah, I think he's the one who came up with the idea that black holes are leaking energy and they eventually fizzle out.
Yeah, that sounds real. That sounds like a real.
We now know that Hawking radiation is real. Yeah. Recently, actually, we now know for sure that he was right. Actually, yeah.
And not that it's ever okay. It's never okay ever. But like, no, you don't get that for that bullshit. Black holes are leaking, dude. If you want us to not care, you better be fucking Michael Jackson. Like that's what you got to bring to the table to really push that shit.
You got to stack the Grammys up.
King of pop.
You better have some good shit. Black holes are leaking. Okay, what's the alternative? That they're not, idiot.
Yeah. that Chappelle bit where he's like, where he's like, if you were a kid, like that would have been sick. You would have been like, would you do this weekend, Billy? Oh boy, Michael Jackson sucked my dick.
It's like that Cat Williams old bit where he's like, I like bitches, and so at my house I got shit that bitches like. What did Michael Jackson have at his house?
Fucking playground and amusement park, bunch of model trains and shit. A monkey.
Cat Williams is so fucking funny.
He's like, I got silk covers on my pillows. I don't sleep on them shits. I got Alizé in the refrigerator. I don't drink Alizé.
I don't know what
but bitches do.
Yeah. Dude, Cat Williams is so funny in interviews. If you
he was great with Shannon Sharp. Did you see him with Shannon Sharp? And he's talking about like, who did he call? He was talking about P. Diddy. This is before the P. Diddy charges came out. He's like, yeah, you can't go to those parties because P. Diddy, he's going to ask you to stay late. And you can't stay late with P. Diddy. He wants that booty.
Denzel Washington said he was like, you got to get out of there before the devil comes.
Yeah.
If you ever at P. Diddy's house, you get out of there before the devil comes.
Denzel said that? I trust Denzel for some reason.
I believe he left P. Diddy's parties.
Trust Denzel too. He's earned that with us.
I like Denzel. He's earned it.
Yeah. When you win an Oscar, it was like, all right, we can count on that one.